Thanks to Opera GX for sponsoring this video. I'm going to show you a browser that's designed with gaming in mind. Opera GX has a built-in ad blocker that removes distracting ads. It also includes a free VPN that hides your IP, and you can get 1 month of VPN Pro free using the code EGGPLANT through the end of 2025. Next is GX Control. This lets you limit how much RAM and CPU the browser uses, so your game performance isn't affected by background tabs. When I compared both browsers in Task Manager, Chrome used more resources while GX stayed lower with the limits on. Opera GX also supports GX mods, which lets you customize the browser. You can enable animated wallpapers, background music, keyboard sounds, tab sounds, shaders, custom fonts, icons, splash screens, and more. All of these can be turned on or off individually in the mods menu on the sidebar. There's also ChatGPT built into the sidebar. You can highlight text to get summaries, explanations, or guides or planning ideas. If you want to try it, use my link in the description to download Opera GX today. So I guess I'm gonna give you guys some tips. I know a lot of you guys play Warzone, so you know all this shit I'm gonna tell you right now is gonna work for that. And then if you play multi or whatever else, you know, I'm sure you could pick up some tips. So number one, I think this is the most important, is that you build your gun for mobility. So what you want to do when you're making your loadout is you want to look at all these different attachments. Just equip all mobility attachments to your gun. So now that you know how to make your character move faster, I'll give you some more specific movement tech that you can add to your bag. Something specific I'll get into really quick is mantles. In this game, a lot of the time you'll put your hand up to get you over and up, and it's kind of slow. Gun is also not up and ready to shoot. So something you can do in this game is ADS while you mantle, and you'll shoot up without putting your hand out. So you'll be ready to chow someone really quick, and you can do this all over the map, on any map. It seems obvious, but if you really want to break camera and use movement, you know, stims is a huge part of it. One of my main things is I like to break people's cameras and then immediately redirect the way that I'm moving.
With UAV has been lost.
So all you want to do is basically slide right at someone, and then I'll redirect. So there's a couple of different ways you can redirect. Spin, slide back. You could jump shot back. So break their camera, redirect, and they're not going to know where to shoot. So that's when you can actually start running circles around people once they lose you out of their screen, especially if you pre-stem. So you want to combine all the stuff I'm talking about and just put it in your bag, and it's all going to work out really well. Another piece of movement tech, I think it's kind of obvious but some might not know it, is the G slide. It's been in the game since last year. It's in this game and it's just as broken. It's basically jumping, sliding, and ADS like this. People are not going to expect you to be so far across your screen using this tech.
Gotta put on ammo again. I think that's the equally. Oh, okay, this guy.
Bandit snuffed.
So basically use your centering to predict where somebody is. Let's say they're right there. Jump out, you know? That's an easy one. Another thing for breaking people's cameras is using footstep audio. So you want to predict where someone's going to be or where you think they are, and time your slide to pop out and chow them based on where you think they are. So I know a lot of people try to do movement tech, but they don't have like the movement class setup settings. They're not using stims, they're not using the right perks. And these are the things that all add up. There really is no secret. It's just everything I told you in this video. And just combining that with practice. Something you can do to get better at movement is play Warzone solos. Just load into Warzone solos, whatever mode, Rebirth or whatever. Once you run into someone, just focus on trying to break their camera and then trying out some movement on them. You need to be able to hit your shots before you start doing more advanced movement tech like some of the stuff I'm talking about. Because it's just not going to make sense if you're breaking cameras and then you can't kill them because your aim is dog shit. Another thing I could tell you for getting better at the game is using rotational aim assist as the best as you can. Just abusing it. You can abuse the rotational aim assist, and how you do that is by moving your left stick in a circle while you're aiming and shooting at someone. So you never want to just be still while you're aiming. You want to be moving your left stick in a circle to activate the rotational aim assist. You don't want to just be standing still like a bot. You want to be moving your left stick either around in circles or left to right while you're aiming. Combine that with centering, keeping your center dot where you think people are going to be. So a lot of people that are new to this game, Warzone specifically, will be like kind of looking down, like, you know, looking at shit on the ground, or just like they don't know where to look, right? You need to keep your camera where you think people are going to be. So it's a lot easier to get the first shot off on people if you're channeling the right area. I know I was talking about high sense earlier, but if you play on a lower sense right now, first of all, you can be good at movement on low sense. It's just not going to be like as flashy on your screen, and also you can't redirect as fast. So if you want to play on a higher sense like me, I wouldn't recommend like going from whatever, like 1.2 whatever to 4.0 right now. I would try to up your sense more slow, like 1 point a day until you feel more comfortable. I'd recommend playing on high sense if you want to play flashier. Just make sure you practice on bots or something at first. I know you guys have been like asking for a movement guide for a while, so I hope you take away some valuable info. If there's something more like specific that I didn't touch on that you have questions about, just let me know in the comments and maybe I'll make like a part 2 or something. Just let me know. And if you could do me a favor and drop a like and comment on this video. We're about to get Warzone in like a week or so. So I think it's gonna be a really good year, and I appreciate you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.